Boys, today we are back, and I'm going to be going over the full UFC Mexico card that happened last night. This card sucked. This card was terrible. On paper, it was terrible, and it proved to just be absolute dog shit. Most of these guys shouldn't even be in the UFC. I didn't even stay up for the main event. I'm not going to lie. It's the first time in a while. I literally went to bed after the co-main. I knew Brandon Moreno versus Lonnie Kavanaugh was going to decision. Brandon Moreno cooked my parlay, 2 different parlays I had, so I'm a little pissed, but anyway, let's get right into it. First fight, Damian Penis versus Wes Schultz. Penis went out there and just Wes Schultz literally just quit or rigged the fight or just didn't want to be in there to fight. He got hit, grazed on the temple, and literally just fell. It looked fake. It looked fucking rigged. But Penis has great power. Penis was unloading shots. And yeah, good win from Damian Penis. Wes Schultz, not UFC level, should be cut. Penis, I don't even know if that's a good performance. Like that was just a nothing fight. Like Wes Schultz is just so shit that this was just a zero. This fight just never fucking happened. Peanuts just went out there and just fucking destroyed him in one round. So moving on, Eric Silva versus Francis Marshall. Eric Silva opens the fight with a spinning back kick that almost fucking knocks out Francis Marshall. Good on Francis Marshall for having a decent chin. And yeah, Francis Marshall gets the takedown. Eric Silva has just genuinely no ground game and gets finished. Nothing, literally that's what happened. Nothing much else to say. Eric Silva should be cut from the UFC, not UFC level. And yeah, Francis Marshall wins by sub. Moving on. Like literally, that's just what these fucking fights are. Like these are just nothing fights. Finally, this is actually a decent scrap, a women fight. Regina Tureen wins. 30-27, 29-28. This was kind of a scrap. It was back and forth, but it was also women's fights, and they're just going like fucking this the whole time. So yeah, shitty fight to watch. Even like women's scraps are pretty boring to me, even then when they're like decent fights. This wasn't even that decent. Like this wasn't even that big of a scrap. Like I don't know. It was all right. They like threw down at the last 10 seconds, and Regina Tureen wins. People are calling her like hot as fuck. I think she's fucking ugly as shit. So yeah, no offense to her. Like I mean that's kind of rude, but I mean she's nothing. All right, she's not all that. All right, moving on. Douglas Silva D'Andrade versus Javier Reyes. This is actually a nice little fight. Douglas Silva D'Andrade went out there, dropped Javier Reyes, even though they didn't count it as a knockdown. That's weird. Dropped Javier Reyes early on, thought he was going to get the finish. Javier Reyes stayed in there, dropped Douglas Silva D'Andrade and just unloaded ground and pound for like fucking a minute and 30 seconds straight. Herb Dean, dumb fuck, just stops it with 1 second left. Not sure why. I don't know why refs stop it with a second left. Just let it go to the second round. I mean, I'm not complaining. This fight I didn't give a fuck about. So actually, good on Herb Dean. I didn't want to watch a second round of this bullshit. So Javier Reyes wins after he gets knocked down. Showed some good toughness. Just danced, like had some funny dance on the way to the fucking octagon. Thought he was gonna have no cardio because of it, but yeah, he wins. So good on him. Moving on, Christian Quinones versus Chris Moutinho. Both of these guys need to be cut. Christian Quinones is fucking awful. And Chris Moutinho is somehow worse. And I mess with Moutinho because, he's from Massachusetts. You know what I'm saying? Big up Massachusetts. So, yeah, I fuck with Moutinho, but he's just not UFC level. Christian Quinones isn't UFC level either. Quinones was landing a few shots on the feet, and then in the second and third round just boringly grappled and like couldn't even get Moutinho down, who's literally a can. So, yeah, both of these guys are terrible. Christian Quinones wins 30-27. Chris Moutinho is probably going to get cut and never brought back ever again because your 3 UFC showings have just been ass. And I'm sorry because I do feel bad for you, Moutinho, but you're not UFC level, bro. And Christian Quinones, cut him too, might as well, because he's fucking terrible. If you're not finishing Moutinho and if you can't even take him down, like, what are you doing in the UFC? So, yeah, Christian Quinones wins. Moving on, Aylin Perez versus Macy Chasson. Another dog shit fight. Aylin Perez wins. Macy Chasson is not UFC level. She needs to be cut. She probably won't, though, because they need women on the roster. So, yeah, Aylin Perez wins. Tough first round. Macy Chasson had her back the entire time, if I remember correctly. I was on my phone for half of this fight because I literally didn't care. Yeah, Aylin Perez, I think she got her back taken and then used the grappling in the second and third round to win. She twerked after. She's literally, I'm not going to keep degrading women, but this fight was bad, so. But good win for Aylin Perez. She called out Tracy Cortez, run the fight. My girl Tracy is going to destroy her probably. Moving on, Ryan Gandra versus Jose Daniel Medina. Jose Daniel Medina is not UFC level. Didn't even land a significant strike. Look at this guy, dude. He didn't even land a fucking strike. Oh my god. Like, this card was so ass, bro. Holy fuck. Ryan Gandra. I can't even, like, Ryan Gandra knocks him out in 40 seconds. I can't even like judge Ryan Gandra because I'm pretty sure I could beat Jose Daniel Medina, and I haven't trained a day in my life. Genuinely, I'd go out there and I'd teep him and fucking lay hands on him, like dead ass. But no, I'm kidding, by the way. Like, for all you fucking casuals in the comments that are gonna say I can't beat a UFC fighter. Ryan Gandra wins. Jose Daniel Medina is a punching bag, so, I mean, you should have won, and you did in 40 seconds, so good on you. Moving on, Santiago Luna versus Angel Pacheco. This was probably one of my favorite fights on the card. Santiago Luna looks slick as hell. You probably should be finishing Angel Pacheco at this point, but Luna is only 21. He's young, and he just schooled Pacheco for 3 rounds. It was a great showing, but if you're, like, really top level, I want you to finish Pacheco, but I mean, whatever. Angel Pacheco, like I said, not UFC level. Every single fight in this card, one of the fighters is not UFC level. Like, genuinely. Like, I'm being dead serious. I mean, except for, like, the main and co-main. Well, Daniel Zellhuber. We'll get to that. But anyway, Santiago Luna wins 30-27. He was slick on the feet. Almost got Pacheco out of there a few times, but Pacheco's tough, stayed in there. And, yeah, cut Pacheco, not UFC level. And Luna looks good. So, moving on. Emmanuel Rodriguez versus Kevin Borjas. Cut Kevin Borjas, he's shit. Emmanuel Rodriguez is also shit. Like, he will never be anything in this flyweight division, mark my words. Kevin Borjas got 2 knockdowns on him. I thought Borjas was going to go out there and fucking and just finish him right in the first round and, stop the hype train of Emmanuel Rodriguez. I mean, not a hype train, but stop the prospect. But credit to Emmanuel Rodriguez, actually, for staying in the fight, not quitting. He could have just stayed on the ground and just got fucking TKO'd, but he wanted to stay in the fight, had good grit. And Borjas, I'm not sure how you can't fucking finish a guy on like that, can't even stand up properly. But hey, you're 10-5, you're not UFC level, so I mean, it doesn't surprise me. And Emmanuel Rodriguez came out in the second round, and Borjas quit. Borjas simply just quit. He got hit with like a shot on the temple and then just dropped to his knees or dropped to his ass. Like wasn't even grazed, wasn't even like wobbly, just dropped. Just simply dropped to the ground. And yeah, looked fixed, looked rigged, but Emmanuel Rodriguez comes back and win. He'll never be anything in the flyweight division. If you're getting dropped by Kevin Borjas twice, like you'll never be anything in my mind. So yeah, Emmanuel Rodriguez wins. Moving on, Edgar Chairez. I fuck with Chairez. I'm glad he got the split decision. He beat Felipe Bunes, who is not UFC level. Felipe Bunes isn't UFC level, and Chairez looked shit in this fight. Let's be real. He looked dog shit. Lost the entire first round. Got a body triangle. Felipe Bunes got a body triangle on Chairez, and he just lost the entire first round. But second round came out, landed the better shots against Bunes, won that round, and then the third round he looked good. Finally, Chairez came to fight in the third round, pieced up Bunes, and got the split win. And I like Chairez. He has a good story. I felt really bad for him when he said his dad died, and he like sold his truck so he could fight. So I'm a Chairez fan. I'm glad he won. But yeah, this fight wasn't anything special. Moving on, Bobby Green versus Daniel Zellhuber. Daniel Zellhuber, man, what the fuck happened? How did you go to a close fight with fucking Esteban Ribovics? Genuinely. Your fall off is fucking insane. Bobby Green styles on Daniel Zellhuber for 2 rounds, knocks him down in the second badly. He's out cold, but King Green keeps punching, wakes him back up, and finishes Daniel Zellhuber. Daniel Zellhuber's long, doesn't use his reach, can't strike for shit. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I picked this one wrong. This might be the only pick that I got wrong on the entire card, so fuck you, Daniel Zellhuber, for that. But I do feel bad for you because, like, you lost to Michael Johnson. You lost to, like, you're just not UFC level, bro, at this point. Like, I mean, you are, but, like, at the same time, you suck. So I just feel bad for you, bro. King Green, nice bounce back win after taking a few losses. I know he beat Mel Gibson Jr., I think that's the guy's name, but that was, like, short notice and a nothing fight. So good on King Green for beating Daniel Zellhuber, and that's actually a good win. He was he had a huge reach disadvantage, but if King Green is like better than you, like, it's gonna show. He's gonna like show off, showboat, and I fuck with King Green. And I said it, and I put a tweet out. MVP is who King Green is who MVP wants to be. Yeah, I think MVP thinks he's like King Green, and he goes out there and like styles on people. But MVP is genuinely so boring and throws one shot around. So King Green's just a better MVP, more entertaining, more volume, better in every facet of the game. So I fuck with King Green. Glad he got the win. Zellhuber, tough loss. And I don't know, you were just so dazed that you thought it was an early stoppage, but you were genuinely just knocked out. So that was kind of sad to see. Moving on. David Martinez versus Marlon Vera. I fucking predicted this to a T. Everyone did, though. It's not like fucking, like, is the sky blue? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Is Vera gonna fucking not fight until the last 2 minutes of the third round and then think he won the fight after losing the first two after doing nothing? Yeah. Is the sky blue? Yeah. So everyone knew this was gonna happen. David Martinez wins. Martinez didn't want to fight, just skirted around on the outside the entire time. Like a fucking Volk. Like, he's just boring as shit. Someone please slime out David Martinez. Like, this guy does not deserve to be up in the bantamweight rankings. And Marlon Vera loses. It's time to retire, buddy. You don't have it anymore. You're genuinely terrible. You don't throw. In that third round, in the last 2 minutes, when you threw, you were landing and you looked good. Why don't you throw? I'll never understand that, but maybe it's like a mental thing. But yeah, you look good in the third round in the last 2 minutes, but other than that, you just don't throw and you get pieced up for some reason. I don't know. It's a weird thing. Marlon Vera loses. Someone please slam out David Martinez. This fight was dog shit too. Every single fight on this card was ass. I'm going to be real. There was not one good fight on this card. So yeah, David Martinez wins. Fucking whoopee. Moving on, main event, Loney Kavanaugh versus Brandon Moreno. Now, Brandon Moreno, you sold my parlay, 2 parlays. Oh, and I was so pissed when I woke up this morning. I rewatched this fight like probably an hour ago. I didn't stay up for it. I couldn't, like, at the rate this card was going, I knew this was going to decision. I just couldn't stay up for it. Loney Kavanaugh looked great, man. Came out in the first round, battered fucking Brandon Moreno's lead leg, and that just affected him the entire fight. Second round came out, almost finished Brandon Moreno. Looked great in that second round. And then the third, fourth, and fifth round, Brandon Moreno came out grappling. But when it was on the feet, Loney Kavanaugh was landing the better shot, so that's why he won some of the later rounds. But Brandon Moreno, his legs were cooked. That's why he went to the grappling. Usually we just see him strike it out. And bang out, but he had to go to the grappling because his leg was toast. Kavanaugh hurt him to the leg bad, and I think either round 3 or 4. And yeah, Loney Kavanaugh wins. This fight was not good either, other than the second round. This fight was boring as shit. Loney Kavanaugh, good on you. You're a nice little prospect. I like that you strike. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Loney Kavanaugh. Hopefully he'll be up in the rankings. And Brandon Moreno, it's probably time to retire. You probably have like 1-2 more in you. You're not going to ever reach the belt again. You're not top level anymore. And it sucks because, you know, I did fuck with Brandon Moreno. He was one of the first pay-per-views I ever watched. Figueiredo versus Moreno was one of the first pay-per-views I ever watched. So I watched Brandon Moreno right when I was getting into the sport, and it's sad that, you know, to see his drop off and his fall off. But yeah, Loney Kavanaugh wins. I genuinely don't have much else to say about that. Let's go through my picks. I picked Pinos 1-0, Francis Marshall 2-0. Regina Turin, I'm pretty sure I picked Caracase, so that was 2-1. I picked Javier Reyes 3-1, Quinones 4-1, Aylin Perez 5-1, Gandra 6-1, Luna 7-1, Emmanuel Rodriguez 8-1, Edgar Chairez 9-1, King Green 9-2, David Martinez 10-2, and Brandon Moreno 10-3. So I went 10-3 on picks, not bad, but there was a lot of just like bad matchups, a lot of huge favorites, so not really that impressive that I went 10-3, but you know, it's my best prediction so far on YouTube, so I'll take it. Let me know what you guys thought of the whole card of the main event. Like I said, this fight was shit. This whole card was shit. So yeah, we're finally tomorrow, Monday, we are finally at UFC 326 fight week. My favorite fighter, Charles Oliveira, my first Charles fight week on YouTube. So I'm gonna be putting out some videos. I'm nervous as fuck. My boy Charles, I'm scared, bro. I'm so scared he's gonna lose. But I do have him winning. So I'm really excited for the fight. And Charles is gonna show out, get that BMF belt, and then get the undisputed belt once again. I'm not delusional. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next video, man. Goodbye. Or peace. I just said the bedtime outro. Damn. Peace.